Hey up folks, it's Reece here back again to do the first sort of proper match preview on the channel for Man City game tomorrow evening. But before I get into talking about the football, I do just want to have a brief word about a couple of things. And first of all, start off by saying I hope those of you who've been able to spend time with you dads on Father's Day and your granddads have had a nice family day, and passing on my sympathies and what have you to those who maybe don't have your dad around anymore. But I hope you've made the best of the weekend for Father's Day and not let the thunderstorms and rain and that spoil you fun. And those people in lockdown have maybe been reunited with their families over the last couple of weeks, so I hope that's been fun for y'all. And secondly, just to say that in case you've not noticed yet, I am sat in a wheelchair, and that's why I have to have the iPad balanced to the highlight where you can see all my ugly mug, but not much of the rest of my body. And maybe some people might have to listen carefully to the videos because my speech is not the same as everyone else's. But I'm gonna keep making videos, and I don't care if anybody has any problems about my impediment, because I wanted to come on and do this channel to show everybody that disabled people have a voice, and we know every stuff on football. So, on to tomorrow's game. Well, Man City away is one of those games where I feel like Burnley are always playing Man City away, because twice in the last 2 seasons we've been there in the FA Cup, and twice in the league, obviously. And on our last two visits, we've got an absolute drubbing and been caught with our pants down twice, losing 5-0. So anything better than a 5-0 defeat tomorrow night might be what you deem as successful. And I told you the other day that I go to the vast majority of away games, but to be honest, given my last 2 experiences on the pitch at the Etihad, I'm sort of glad I'm not going, because I'm a bit fearful of what I might be seeing on the telly. I won't want to put myself through the potential of another pasting in the stadium. And last season in the league, my sister, who's a lot younger than me, excuse me, just have to have a temperature water. We were sat right near the Man City fans. In the away end, we were sat right near the home fans, and my sister was verbally abused by a disgusting City fan for no reason, who said basically the worst name that you could ever dream of saying, especially to a young girl. And then in the FA Cup match, when I left the ground, I lost my friend's car for an hour in the pouring rain when I was due to be going to a gig or a concert, as I should say, in Stoke-on-Trent that night. So I've had 2 absolutely terrible experiences. Now, we're also excited to see the boys back on the pitch, and my hopes for a good result or a good performance are a moment of magic tomorrow. I think rest a lot on the set piece deliveries of my personal favourite player, which is Ashley Westwood. No, to be honest, it's just all a case of waiting and see. And if I could have picked an opponent for us to start up the season again after the lockdown, then I have to say that Man City probably would have been very close to the bottom of the list of the people that I would have chose to play, just because, if we're rusty, our fitness is not there, and Man City have already got a game's extra freshness in the legs, then I am worried that, we could get past to death, and the possession statistics in their favour could be very high, like 70-80%, and it's just not going to be out for the fact that we're already hamstrung with injuries, with Gummanson, Wood, and Barnes, of course, not being available, and I do wonder how on earth we'll be able to manage to fill the quarter of 9 substitutes that are needed under the new protocols. But, anything from the game, like a draw or even a positive performance where we can score goals and play with some freedom would be fantastic, because being in 11th in the table as we are, there's no real pressure on us to eke out results, and we just want to see the boys again, because when the club released that statement earlier in the pandemic saying that if it was to go on for too long, then we might not be in a financially sustainable position long term, he did start to feel the worst. So I'm just grateful that we're on the pitch again. We're gonna see Burnley, and that Dyche will have them in shape to give it the best. And basically that's it. But I'm not hopeful for the game. So if I was to make a score prediction, my heart wants to say that we're gonna barricade ourselves against the edge of the penalty area. Then Me's gonna block it with his knees, his nose, his nuts. Tarkovsky's gonna block it with his bum, and Nick Pope's gonna make about 10 blinding saves, like that time when we got a draw at Old Trafford and it was a one-man show from Tom Eaton, and there could be a repeat of that, and maybe we're gonna get a 90th minute winner with Ashley Westwood scoring direct from a corner. That'd be my absolute dream. But realistically, my hopes for points and winning a game come more from the home match. Well, I say home match, but the game at Turf Moor on Thursday against Watford, and realistically, I think this game probably will be 3 or 4-1 to Man City, but of course, you never do know. City could have tied themselves out against Arsenal, and they could be focusing, more on the game that they might be thinking will be more competitive that they have on Thursday against Chelsea, and maybe the fact that Liverpool have just got that point against Everton that takes Liverpool 1 win away, will mean that City turn up unmotivated, have an off day, and Burnley might be, sharper and do a job, but we just don't know because of the situation that we're in. But just go now to do my predicted Burnley 1-11 for the game, so obviously it's a no-brainer that it's going to be Pope and goal, centre-backs of me, Tarkovsky, Bardsley, Jerry Taylor, Westwood of course, Jack Cork, Dwight O'Neill, Hendrick on the other side, and because we've no other choice up front, it'll be the dynamic and less physical pairing of Matty Vidra and Jay Rodriguez in attack, which, served us very well in that smash and grab win in the rain in Southampton in February during that storm when Chris Wood got injured after 5 minutes, and basically the ashes of Vidra's Kriya were resurrected from nowhere because Dyson basically refused to play him, and then he came on and scored that absolutely, probably a contender for goal of the season, and I think we're all happy that he'll be getting another chance, and the good thing about it is it might force the players into keeping the ball on the floor, passing it and trying to disrupt City's defence rather than just playing the same old sort of, not agricultural, but play with a little bit more dynamism, if you will, which is unusual for us. So I'm not hopeful for the game, but I want to see us play again. Hopefully the players will look fit and sharp, and if there's a surprise, then we could be booking ourselves on to a European tour, and we'll be all wondering about, are we safe to fly yet or not? And if we lose, then we're not really seeing anything that we don't expect to see. To be honest, that's about all I think there is to say in this video, because it's a bit of a unprecedented situation, but I shall be back after the game to give you my thoughts, give you player ratings, and digest what we do see. So I hope everybody enjoys the match, and I shall be back probably on Tuesday, either late tomorrow night or Tuesday morning to do the review. Thank you very much to those people who've subscribed to the channel already, and thank you for those people who will be watching this video for the first time, and let's hope that my confidence in front of the camera grows and that you keep enjoying watching me. Alright, see you later folks, bye now.